Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm glad that you found us here on YouTube as Survivors Post Narcissist. So I'm in my car actually on my hands-free, so I hope the sound will turn out okay. And this is a talk that I should tell all of you, like pretty much why I started this channel, because we all want to know, at first, we all want to know what a narcissist is, and there's so many good videos out there telling you what a narcissist is, whether it's a covert or overt or the lesser or the greater. And the thing is, they all kind of just read from the textbook, in the same sound bites kind of about what a narcissist is. But it was hard to find examples of how it all applied to real life. And that's kind of why I started this channel, because there's so many infinite amount of scenarios for experiences with narcissism, but they're not all on the channels. A lot of them are just therapists telling you about what it's like instead of what actually happened. So I want to give you guys a little bit of an example of the inside of a mind of a narcissist and the kind of things that they do. For me, mine was a very covert narcissist, and when he first told me he wanted a divorce, within a week, he wanted to keep the house, and I said, well, no, this is my house. I bought it before we were married, and he was very upset that he wasn't going to be able to get the house. So he moved out very abruptly. And we were I thought maybe we would just take a month off at that point, because I couldn't figure out what was going on. And I remember him coming to the house and, gathering up some things. And it was only the week that I got blindsided and him asking me for a divorce. I had no idea. I had no idea it was coming. The day he asked me for a divorce, we actually had sex that morning normal, everything was fine. And within a week he was moving out, and he had come back for some personal items, he said. And he wanted to know where when we got married, we had a tea ceremony, and I had gotten this really nice tea set, ancient, Chinese tea set, and we had a special tea that we had kept, and it was our type of thing. Every year on anniversary, I would brew a pot of the tea that we had used to get married with, and it was our thing. Well, when he came back to get some of his personal effects, he wanted some of the tea from when we got married. And at the time, I'm thinking, okay, it's only been a week. I still think that we're kind of just on a break from each other, and so I'm looking for the tea for him, because it was in some storage, and I gave him some of the tea that we used for our wedding ceremony. And you know what, I didn't really think about it again, but a few months later, you go through you're in those throes of the breakup, and I, of course, couldn't help but go on social media, and I found out, he was love bombing someone else, had a new supply, and I went on her social media, and there the two of them were. The week that me and my narc broke up, there were pictures of her drinking my tea from my wedding in my wedding cups. He had asked me for our wedding tea because she liked tea, and he wanted to brew her our Chinese herbal tea, and she loves tea. She had a tattoo on her finger of it, a teacup. She loves tea. But that's the inside of a mind of a narcissist. The total disregard for anything sacred that you had. They feel nothing. How does a normal person able to take your wedding, a sacred wedding item like that, and hand it over to a new supply? He's not going to tell her, oh, this is the tea I got married with. No, he's just isn't this the best tea in the world? Here you go. Like, that's something that a narcissist does. A normal person, I don't care how bad the breakup is, a normal person will never do that. You know, and that's like, I don't have to tell you how much I cried when I saw that picture, you know, of her drinking my wedding tea out of my, like, drinking out of the same cup I drank out of during my wedding ceremony. You know, you try to tell other people how painful that was to see that. And that's why you have to stay off social media, which doesn't matter, like, we're all gonna look, but you know, and you try to explain to people why, you know, the breakup with a narcissist is so horrible, because horrible things like that happen that other people just don't understand. They don't feel anything. He wasn't going to feel the pain that I was in to witness something like that, you know. Only a narcissist has the ability to inflict that kind of pain and not feel anything themselves. And it's all about, you know, what they want. They wanted to love bomb someone. They wanted to make them feel special. That, you know, it was all for them, so they can get supply from someone else, and they're laying down the tracks for the new supply. But that's why I'm like talking on this channel, so I can give examples of things like that happen with a narcissist, because you don't find them in textbooks, like things like that. And I just, you know, unfortunately I get memories of this coming to me all the time, thousands of them, of what happened. And that's why I have this on this channel, because sometimes I just have to get it out, and I can't talk to my family anymore, because, like, honestly, they don't want to hear it. They want me to forget about it. They want me to just get over it, and it's hard, but this is kind of my therapy. So thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate you guys listening to me during these talks, and I'm glad that you found us here in our tribe here on YouTube as survivors post narcissist.